Okay, so the short says Armored Saint. Now, for all of you that are paying attention to my concerts, I told you about my first three concerts, and this was my fourth concert. This song is from 2001, but this was back in 1982, 83, must have been 1983, I want to say. It was in a bar in Appleton, Wisconsin, and two other groups played with Armored Saint, and I will do them the next 2 days. And this is all before they were famous. So you're going to hear three groups that you may know, but this was when they were playing in a bar back in 1983. So the song I picked was their first hit that made them famous, is what they're saying, and it's 2001. So they didn't get noticed for a long time. The other two groups got noticed a little more and a lot more. So we'll do them in the next couple days. But a chance, a risk, try your luck again. While this could be my win, I'm hearing this could be my twin. I knew the past was a lie, and I'm not reading these lyrics word for word. I'm telling you what I'm hearing. A chance, I'll try my luck again. This could be my twin. I knew the past was a lie. I knew it all the time, but I had to do my assignment. So I'm not crying no more. I am going to turn without getting burnt. Okay? So I'm changing the lyrics to what I'm hearing. I dealt with it. I fought it without any help. I lived in the solution, and my fear is gone. And St. Michael said in the shorts, "Go forward fearlessly" was the last card. So go forward, turn, don't get burnt again, and learn your lesson. Okay? The person you're thinking about is trustworthy. So if you're wondering if I'm trustworthy, yes, I am. But they do need you to detach from a situation that you're in, and they need you to be gentle with yourself about it, because your children are being watched. So as I said the other day, I said somebody's not leaving because of their children or their family. And I think you've decided that you can do that. You can leave. And that's good, because that's what this is saying. It's saying that you need to detach the thing, the situation in the future that you're thinking about, or the person is trustworthy. So you need to detach from your family and children, or whatever's job, whatever's holding you back from moving forward, and go forward fearlessly. And I believe that you've decided to do that. It says use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Believe and trust. You created the situation and you have the power to change it. Now that was the shorts and lessons well learned, right? So that's definitely a big message of closing out that chapter and moving forward. We also have a crystal ball with a lion on the thumbnail with Mary and Jesus in the back in the shadow, and you can even see the shadow on the wall. So it's like all of this is really telling you that, okay, new beginning and new fresh start. That did not get on the shorts, but it's on the next card out of St. Michael. You're on the right path. Next card after that. Take your time making that decision. Now, what he's saying here is that you've already made the decision, but he's saying take your time on the future decisions. So let's say you leave a family and you go to another state to be a drummer or to be some kind of a musician, have a new career, have a new wife or husband, you're right, you're going to meet your twin. All that kind of stuff is great, but the decision has to take time to make. You got to slow your roll there. But this decision where you're leaving this situation and your family, your friends, your job, your children, that's you've already decided, and you need to go forward with that fast, because otherwise you'll chicken out, right? Go forward fearlessly. Okay, but after this new beginning, after you move, after you've met your twin, after you've got your new job, whatever you're doing, then it says take your time then, okay? Because it says your inner guidance will be trustworthy. But you can't listen to your intuition if you're going too fast. So I'll give you an example. You get you're going to be a musician, and somebody says, okay, you can be in our band. Okay, well, you don't have to take the first job that says you're a good drummer, right? You can check around. Take your time making the decision. Read the fine print. Same with if you find somebody that you think is your twin, or you think is somebody that you want to go forward with. Take your time there. So don't take your time now, but take your time later. And then again, along with the intuition card, your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. The next card out is honor and trust your feelings. So he's just doubling up on that. He's saying, you'll know. Don't settle for less. Don't lose your celibacy if you're celibate. Don't lose your sobriety if you're sober. Don't go back to watching sports and eating meat if you've already given that up. I had a situation where I could have went back to watching football games and going to concerts and eating lots of good food. And I declined that offer because I'm past that and I'm not going backwards. So it's time to leave an unhealthy situation is the last card out here. Okay, and it says that the unhealthiness has to leave. But what I'm saying is you don't go back to it. So I let that situation go. It was more of a mission partner to get me to my next level. And that's great. Okay, so you meet somebody, they're your mission partner, they help you with something. Maybe they help you get that drummer job. Maybe they help you meet your twin. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't go backwards. So I'm not going to go back into having sex, drinking, eating meat, watching football games, okay? I'm past that. Does that mean that it's wrong for you guys to do that? No, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just that down this path we're going, it's you keep shedding layers, you keep moving forward, and you keep getting rid of things, per se. And I don't want you to fall backwards. So you do what you got to do. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. Now I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to just take a look at that thumbnail, and then we're going to go in the other room. I did pull cards before Astro last night, and they wanted me to tell you a little bit. So before we go, I'll give you a little speech from Astro. This channel now, since I have left for 3 weeks and came back, they fully want me to be an astro channeler. So if you're not into astro channeling, you probably don't need to stay at this channel, okay? I know I say a lot, don't stay here if it doesn't pertain to you, but it really does pertain to you. You're just not ready for it, okay? Because we're all on all dimensions at all times. We're all where I'm at. It's just some of you don't see it. It's kind of like when you look out there and you say, boy, them people just aren't awake. Well, that's how I could say it. I could say, wow, well, they don't get it. Well, they just don't understand that they're more than just 3 and 4D. It's 5D and higher every night. And when I tell you to look up lyrics, look up scriptures, I tell you to look up songs, all these are like mini assignments from Astro. Are you willing to do it? Do you do it? Or do you just watch everything on a surface level? Okay, so if you're going to watch this channel, it's kind of like you're in a master class from Astro here in your physical avatar. So Astro really wanted me to hit home with, when I give you songs, every day I've been doing a shorts, I've been telling you about the song. I asked Astro, well, why do I have to tell them about all my concerts that I went to? Like, you know, that was back in the 80s. And they said, because you love that music, your twin loves that music, your soul family loves that music, and we've been talking to you through that music since the 80s, since the 70s, since the 60s, right? That's how we talk to you. And if you're just going to listen to the newest songs on the radio, or you're only going to listen to what you like, Mozart, right? Well, then you're not getting the messages that Miss Mystic is trying to deliver. When I tell you to look up chapter 3 of Matthew, do you? Well, there was a message in there for you, and there still is. They say there's a message in Matthew 3 for you. Are you going to look it up today? It's so easy these days. You just Google Matthew chapter 3 and it comes up in a second. In the old days, we'd have to go find a Bible, dust it off, right? Find chapter 3, get out our glasses and read it. You know, today it takes 2 seconds. I could do it in 1 minute here. I could do it in 30 seconds probably. Let's see. We're not in a hurry. Matthew chapter 3. There it is. How fast was that? It talks about John the Baptist preparing the way. Now, how relevant is that when I'm talking to you about how Astro is trying to tell you that we've been trying to teach you stuff all along through your music, through scripture. Even if scripture has been messed with, we still can talk to you through it. You guys can learn a lesson from the song from Armored Saint that I told you to read or look at, the lyrics. In those days, John the Baptist came preaching in the wilderness. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay? So that's how long it took to look up chapter 3, Matthew. And what's the message? The message for me won't be the same message probably that you get, but for me it's saying you're right on track. That's what we're trying to tell them. We're trying to tell them that we've been trying to help you prepare your way this whole time. And they have. And most of you know that. Most of you I'm not teaching anything to. But I'm giving you things to do today, or whenever you listen to this message, right? I'm giving you things to do because they want to talk to you. They want to talk to you, not through Jerry Springer on TV. They want to talk to you through Matthew chapter 3, Armored Saint. Dig into Armored Saint's lyrics. There's a reason they want you to check out Armored Saint, right? Oh, well, I only like Mozart. Well, then why don't you go to a channel that talks about Mozart, because Mozart has lessons for you too. Okay? But you can't be closed-minded. You have to go outside the box. So we're going to go ahead and flip this around. We're going to go into the other room. I want to show you the crystal ball. And there's the crystal ball and the lion. There's Jesus, the CDs. Mary's head broke. I had to tape it back on. And my other little statue broke, so I put her up there. There she is. There they are. Their heads are just taped back on. I know you think that's funny, but okay, I heard you laughing. And there's the lion and the crystal ball. Isn't that a beautiful crystal ball? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and say thank you, St. Michael. Thank you, Armored Saint. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and check out the cards I pulled from Astro. Oh, I wanted to show you the ballroom. I made a dancing room. See where I have my cards there, but what I did was I made a ballroom so me and my boyfriend Wilbur, my kitty cat, we can dance. Look how big that is. No big kitchen table. No. Okay, there's the kitchen. I love showing you my house. I change it around like every day. And then we have the dining room area here, I guess you'd call it. I don't know what you call these rooms. No dining room table. We can dance in here too. There's somebody passed out there. Silver bullet. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. And what we had was 2 Ace of Wands in Astro last night. 2 Ace of Wands. So you're very in and out energy. Doubly in and out. 1 minute you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. The next minute you're not. So we got to get more what St. Michael said. Everything we said earlier. Let's do more of that, okay? That will take care of this in and out energy. But it is a double yes. It's a double yes. So hi everybody on the chat. I can see you now. Okay, so we've got the 6 of Cups in reverse. So I feel that the past is lessons learned. Once again, 1717 on the clock. Lessons learned. I do feel that you did that. I do feel you have confidence. This is St. Michael talking again. He tells you it all the time. Believe and trust. Have confidence. You're protected. Okay. Then we have more stuff to look up. Look at that beautiful picture. Number 1 card, we just had 2 aces, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and then we have Joshua, chapter 1, verse 3, it looks like. And this looks like the story. Entering the Promised Land. Yeah, that's where what we're doing. We're entering a new era. That's us. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Oh, I just love it. And then we have a new home in the Lovers card in reverse, and I asked them what this meant, and they just said that it isn't here yet. So you're waiting for the new home, you're waiting for the lovers, you're waiting for your twin, you're waiting for your new job, whatever, right? We keep saying that we're waiting. We're waiting, we're waiting. Okay? And the new home here, we got toxic friends, and it's in reverse. So I think that you are going, I don't feel that you're surrounded by toxic friends. Back to that reading that we just had, I feel that you're leaving that situation. You've already made the decision to leave the toxin, and you're going forward to your new stuff, to your lover, to your twin, to your new home. Okay? Now, I'm not reading the chat anymore. I see a bunch of stuff in there, but I'm not reading it. It's taken away from the energy. We've got 7 of Wands energy. You're going to have a few challenges, but use your creativity, stay grounded, remain ahead, because 7 of Wands is a victory card. It's about self-expression, and it's about sharing ideas. Okay? So, once again, we have our spirit team. Jesus and Mary are right there. You saw them. They're helping us. St. Michael's talking to us. We've got transition and dreams. So keep manifesting, because you are in a transition right now. The angels got this, Temperance, the angels got this, and all the spell work and the bullshit that they're doing is in reverse. So it's all going back to them. So whatever you're putting out there is just boomeranging back. That's what the angels are saying, your spirit guides, the universe. Anything that they're doing, anything that anyone's doing is boomeranging back. So are you doing good? Are you feeding the good? Well, then you're getting it back. Are you feeding the demon? Are you feeding the demon side more than the good side? Then that's what you're going to get back. So their spell work is boomeranged back. Their candles and cards are being flipped over upside down. And the angels are doing it. We don't. We don't put curses on people. We don't send energy back. We give it to our spirit guides, Jesus, Mary, etc. 21:12 again on the clock. That was Rush. But we give it to them to take care of. We don't have to step in and do anything. We just have to keep feeding the good. So that was your reading, guys. It's light out now. I love you. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.